How you doing?
I'm great. This film was amazing. I really enjoyed it.
thank you.
I like the characters. Love the monologues you did.
Yeah,
What was it like doing those monologues in Afghanistan, which is actually New Mexico?
Yeah, there was a lot of words, a lot of dialogue, a lot of military speak. It was great, you know. I'm sort of fascinated by this story from the beginning. You know, the fact that it was a true story, what these guys accomplished in 3 weeks, the fact that they had to do it all on horseback and sort of, you know, sort of almost do away with any sort of modern warfare tactics and, you know, they go back to World War One standards, and was just sort of mind-blowing. You know, they arrived in Afghanistan, knew very little. This is 3 weeks after 9/11. Knew very little about the country and had very little intel, and had to sort of adapt and evolve on the fly and embed themselves within the local tribes and fight the Taliban.
I've seen epic pictures of you on horseback, but how was it when you got on your horse? Are you good on horses?
Well, it was like a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
However that, yeah, it wasn't that good, man. I grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, like I, you know, they weren't supposed to be very good, so I'm like, but we still trained just, I guess, for safety. And it didn't matter, man. I'm like, what, you know, going down the side of a hill, like you're kind of just nervous about it. And I think that the horse can tell. But if I was walking down the side of the hill, you're still nervous. I'm like, we were in a little, you know, four-wheelers or whatever, and even riding down those steep mountains were kind of hairy. But that's what these guys did, and they didn't know how to ride, and it was just 12 of them, you know. But actually, there were 6 horses. But it was kind of nerve-wracking for sure.
Yeah. There were a lot of explosions in this movie. How close were you guys to those explosions, and what is it like when that heat hits your neck?
Yeah, I mean, we're really close.
Right in amongst it, yeah. And that was the director, Nikolai, his sort of vision was to make this as gritty and real as possible and insert us right in the center of all of it. And so it's, you know, it's one thing to kind of prepare yourself for an explosion and have your earplugs in or whatever, but the horse has no idea.
Yeah.
And some of the horses were like, yeah, cool. Some of them were definitely freaked out. You could see them all sort of start to twitch, you know, as the take was rolling through. And
the Chihuahua horses were definitely.
The Chihuahua horses. but it added a, you know, a definite layer of authenticity to it as far as kind of our adrenaline being through the roof, and the horses too.
Yeah, for sure.
I waste a lot of time on Reddit. And there was a post on Reddit where they asked Ryan Reynolds on Twitter, who's the hottest Chris? Hemsworth, Pine, Evans. So, in your opinion, who's the hottest Chris?
Wow.
Michael Pena. He's the only man that comes to my brain when we talk about hotness. I mean,
my Chris Pena.
Chris Pena.
You're the hottest Chris? You're the hottest Chris?
Yeah. Check it out. Well,
this debate will never get settled.
Way to not answer that question.
Thank you.
Godzilla!
Yeah.
Zilla bitch.